Welcome back, everybody, into the Nexus gaming series. On the left-hand side, we have Smoke with a Baby Whale Dahaka, Shonen on Varian. MJH will be your Genji. Super Saiyan Trunks will be on White Mane, and Raijin is your Junkrat. Nacho Luke for the side of Winter is Coming will be playing Malfurion. Pat on the Anubarak, Press Forward on the Blaze, Google Me, no thank you, on the Tychus, and last will be your Tassadar. Wow, I wonder why last would recommend me to cast this game. So weird. Kashimine splits the Blaze. There's a Shock Ray in from our Tassadar, who did go into the Static Charge level 1. And first blood is going to be Dahaka, felled by Tychus. The P.O. box is in the outhouse. No, it's not. I do not have to go outside to use the bathroom. Tahoe is a developed city, okay? We have sidewalks now. When I first moved up here 7 years ago, there were no they were just starting out the project to build sidewalks all the way down Highway 50. For the longest time, literally the side path next to the highway was just a dirt path. And then most neighborhoods don't have sidewalks. I actually can't think of a single neighborhood that I've been in 7 years here that I've seen sidewalks. Like, when I walk Bandit, I just walk them in the street. Not like the middle, but you know what I mean. I will judge, not too much, but just the right amount. There you go. That's the kind of judgment I like to see. Well, you're in Twitch chat, so we get to sit here and flame you. Oh my god, did you see that? He used a Shock Ray on a minion wave? What is this Tassadar? Someone go make a Reddit post. Concussion Mine's gonna split the Anubarak for a moment. He's gonna burrow charge, but the tower shots are a little too much, and Junkrat will be able to take him down. Alright, either way. More poke. Ooh, good Concussion Mine on the Nacho Luke! And that's Nacho your Malfurion anymore as he goes down. Brushtalk in from the Dahaka taunt from Varian. And shurikens to the spine of Tychus as he's going to take a bit of a nap for the next 13 seconds. Nice Mind Chess. Blessed be the Bush Trap. Anubarak with a little Impale. Genji Swift Strike. I'm just going to clear out this Impaler. We have the Arcane Punisher coming up first in top lane. Tychus with the minigun upgrade with the bigger they are. We've got a Hero Stalker for our Dahaka. I really, really hope that becomes a, like... I know it's a bit of a thing, but I just want that to be, like, even more so a thing in the chat. Like, anytime a good Junkrat mine happens, it's just like, nice mine chess. And then, because we'll eventually get people who come into the chat for, like, Murky Cup and like, who the hell is Chess? That's not Chess. That's Dino. Why would you call Dino Chess? Junkrat takes down the Anubarak in mid lane, but the Varian will be traded as the Twin Flames from Press Forward find the kill. I do send Chess random whispers out of context. Whenever there's a Imperius with stab build, that's when I'll send him a screenshot, but that rarely happens. If Orphea gets drafted, I usually send Big Scary Duck a screenshot, but it's usually at like 8 in the, like, it's usually like 9, 10 in the morning. So 10, 11 for him, but he's still usually not awake or just getting his day going. Shock Ray in from Tassadar, checking the bush. Grenade into the bush as well from Google Me on the opposing side, just to check and see if anyone's there. It's looking promising for Winter's Coming to be able to grab this Punisher. As they have 31 out of 40. Concussion Mine from Junkrat splits the Anubarak. There's going to be a drag from Dahaka onto Press Forward. This Blaze is going to be able to throw some flames back. Get Jet Propulsion into the Genji. Gets a splash stun onto some enemies around. The objective phase is currently being pinged as Tassadar steps in to try and finish this out, but Genji should be able to take him down. The heals from the Malfurion are actually exactly what he needed. Concussion Mine will actually kind of save the Tassadar here. He got dropped down to 70-something HP. Force Wall into more damage from Tychus. And Junkrat does go down, but a tongue drag into our Anubarak. We'll trade characters here. 5-3 in kills, but our Arcane Punisher goes over to the side of Winter is Coming. He appreciates it. Oh, okay. Tassadar just trying to get some beam action here. Genji getting a little bit low. No Shock Ray thrown out. Actually, it comes out a little bit after. No connection onto Genji or Whitemane, who are a little bit low. That grenade from Tychus does get some damage. Punisher jumps over onto Shonanen. You gotta pronounce that second N in there. Third, technically.
Red team's Punisher has fallen.
10 talent here coming up soon. 75 stacks for our Tassadar, 5 stacks for the Dahaka, 12 on our Varian, 19, 22 for Genji Shuriken Mastery. Dahaka brush stalking in, very low. Genji is able to Swift Strike away towards the mid lane well. Doesn't look like he had that available. I am curious right now what his well tap cooldown is. 17 seconds to go. Shock Ray from Tassadar, almost taking down Trunks right there. Chat, do you have a favorite Dragon Ball Z character, and why is it Piccolo? The real best dad. Let's call this game Opposition Research. Are you guys in Division A this season? I didn't check and see where you guys landed. I assumed it was Division A, but also I didn't want to really assume. Is it going to be another season of Oops All Division A whenever I cast NGS? Bulma? Oh, you are in Division A? Okay. Well, it's going to be a lot of Division A casting from me this season. What happens if we Google that guy? You don't want to do it, man. I hear Skynet activates. Cocoon onto our Genji. There's a Force Wall a little early. Tassadar does have the Archon active. Beautiful Jet Propulsion from Blaze. Lands the immediate stun. Unfortunately, there's nothing else to follow that up damage-wise. And Genji's able to Swift Strike away. I gotta stay away from those try-hard Boomer Boogans. But I love the Boomer Boogans. They're sweet human beings. Nice overkill. They're so nice, I warned them, and they ran out of the stream. Concussion Mine moves this Commandeer Odin around a little bit, but it's not going to dissuade Tychus from raining in shells. A Riptire, an X-Strike, a lot of pressure applied to this Tychus as Malfurion Tranquility would be activated. No Shock Ray connection. When Last gets the Thermal Lance later on for that percent-based damage, it's going to be huge on that Q. Thermal Lance really just chunks onto the enemy. And our second Punisher is up and available in the mid lane. Frozen Punisher on the way. I just realized with NGS starting out, and there's kind of like a lull in some of the casting stuff, this would be a really good opportunity for us to have extra YouTube video things. Murky Cup is going up on Discord, on YouTube as of today. The first match in the first qualifier went up at 9 a.m. And I just have to get up the grand finals after stream today. I just didn't have enough upload time after stream. I finished stream, I did the editing, I did house cleaning, and then I went to the beach. Beach mouse. Anubarak burrows in! Varian getting a little bit low. The bunker was summoned by Blaze. That'll expire right here. We have 5 to 6 in Skeletal Defenders. A drag from Dahaka into our Anubarak as the Tassadar Archon form will expire. Commandeer Odin up in 8 seconds for Tychus as another Concussion Mine maneuvers the enemies around. Tychus getting charge taunted by Varian, trying to dash away. The Tranquility activated by Malfurion. Here comes Genji with some shurikens, but the Riptire snipes the health bar of Tychus right there. Anubarak with an Impale, but it doesn't seem to stall out, or it doesn't seem to take anyone down. Trunks with some healing applied to Varian, but it does still seem, even with the kill into Tychus, Winter is coming with a Punisher. Frozen Punisher, how thematic. Oh, looks like we had a couple well taps. Dahaka brush talking in the flank on the right-hand side. 4 more defenders needed here. Genji, swift striking, looking for Nacho Luke. And I think this will be a kill onto Malfurion. Moonfire down, the Impale is not enough. Genji deflect helps out right there. Blaze goes down. And it is still Punisher over to the side of Winter's coming, but they lose 2 more members as Tychus has respawned, working his way back in. Punisher jumps over to Varian. Tychus activates minigun. He does have the bigger they are, level 4. There's going to be a turn, taunt, concussion mine, Google me, is going to be dead. He'll have time to Google himself. Oh, wait, no, that phrasing. In the early 2000s, my mom made the mistake of saying that she Googles herself sometimes after work. If you don't know, it's a sexual innuendo. The game decided that Dahaka was going to be on the far side of that force wall. My mom is English as a 3rd language. So things like that, she was like, it was the height of, you know, it was like the big start of Google, and a lot of people would Google themselves to figure out what showed up. Jet propulsion from Blaze. Anubrak burrows in. There's going to be a Scarlet Aegis from our white main. Concussion mine splitting a few enemies. A very low Tassadar gets blown up by a Junkrat. Jet propulsion in from Blaze. Pyromania is active. Baby Whale is trying to get out of here, and Anubrak burrows in. But the Tychus grenade and the Anubrak damage will still come through, even with the intercession activated. Concussion mine maneuvers Pat out of this engagement, but Blaze with the twin flames getting some revenge from earlier from those Riptire kills and all those concussion mines. Jet propulsion in, Anubrak is able to delete the Genji. Impaler camp and minion wave and bottom bolstered by a heck load of Anubrak's beetles. Varian was trying to hearth out. Looks like he'll cancel that. White main should get the hearth unless a Moonfire interrupts her, but Nacho Luke won't do that. Nacho Moonfire. Last on the right, starts out this camp. Looks like there's the priority call to go for this left side. I feel like they could have left Tassadar on the right-hand side. They had the kill onto Genji. It's not like there's going to be an invade. Still a lot of things to be managed by the enemy squad. Whiteman's going to show up in mid. So, yeah. Either way, it's not that big of a deal, but just optimization things as a you know, as someone who can see everything that's currently going on. So, double Impaler camp for mid. This will be kind of staggered in. Nubrak taking out the side wall for a little bit more opportunity to kind of find angles to jump onto the enemies and also deny any sort of skill shot blocks with those side walls. Varian charges in, taunts onto the Tychus. Next strike from Genji, Riptire from Junkrat deletes him. When this is over, we're going to see how much excess damage that was, because I feel like Commandeer Odin, it must have been very low. Commandeer Odin does have a good amount of shielding, armor, I mean. 25 armor as it's happening. Let's take a look here. So it's this button, this button, this button, and this button. Riptire was 155 overkill. That's actually way more than I anticipated.
Ready. A shrine gathers power. You will take it for me.
All right, so camp on the right will be grabbed. Not a bad Division A matchup. And 195 stacks for our Tassadar. Needs one more Q hit onto an enemy. And he's going to find it on Baby Whale, who lands the drag. There's going to be a burrow in from a a jet propulsion in from Blaze. And it looks like our Dahaka was able to burrow under the ground for a moment. X strike marks the health bar, and that will be our Tassadar going down. Genji jumping over to the left-hand side of Nubrak, looking for the burrow charge up. There's going to be a Varian immediately right there with the Mortal Strike as well. Mortal Wound? Mortal Strike. 40% for 4 seconds. Jet propulsion from Blaze to disengage. Throws down the oil slick, trying to create some space. Bunker not available for 44 seconds. Blaze, I don't know if he makes it out of this one alive. There was a route from Alfirian to try and create some space, but it's not enough space to be created. And this is starting to fall away from Winter's coming in the mid to late game. 14-6 in kills, and it's just been very good fights from Smoke here. Early game was good. I mean, mid fort, bottom lane fort, top fort's on, what, 700 HP? 256. I have not been close on any. Oh, there was one structure health bar call that I was only 80 off, which that one, I'll ride that high, but either way, this will be your top lane fort going down before the Punisher, I believe the third Punisher of the game, goes over to the side of Smoke. All right. I think we should make another sub goal for a September Lego set. I really enjoy building the Lego sets on stream. I feel like people enjoy it as well. It's like a nice time to like chat, listen to some music, talk about random stuff, and build some Lego. I'd like that dinosaur one. The Tyrannosaurus Rex one's pretty nice. I'll have to look through the list online, and then we could honestly do it the same way we've done in the past, where we just have chat vote. We can open up a poll for like the month of August, and then have chat vote on what they want to see for September. And when we hopefully do a subathon in September, that could be part of it as well. That'd be a nice little break from video games just to chill out. Punisher gets cleared out in top lane as it does take down the keep front gate and a little bit of damage under the keep. The fort went down pretty much before the Punisher was even summoned, I believe. And 20 talent here nearing for the members of Smoke. As 586 is a Michigan number, but I don't know anyone in 586 that would want to talk to me. It's also the same area code where my old company that I worked for was, so. But it's been years since I worked in engineering. I forget, exclamation job if anyone can do the command. I forget how long it's been. I know it was February, but I forget what year. $2021. Holy heck. So we'll be full-time streaming 4 years this upcoming February, right? That math seems right. 4 years of full-time streaming. I can't believe it. And to many more. Cheers to working the first ever esport Olympic events. I did see that the International Olympic Committee, the IOC, they're going to be adding in esports into the Olympics, I think, in the upcoming Winter Olympics, or maybe it was the LA Summer Olympics in 4 years. I'm not sure. But hey, you know what? We could do commentary. We just got to work at it. Charge from Varian into a few enemies. We do have Tassadar Archon activated. We do have that X-Strike from Genji with the living weapon for a cooldown. I think he did get a reset right there. Cocoon from Anubrak. He didn't go for the upgrade at level 20. I saw him standing next, but I think he was just CC'd next to that Cocoon. Tassadar Archon. He does have the Twilight Archon, but unfortunately Tassadar wasn't able to sustain that, as he did get zoned away from a few enemies. We're going to get wrecked in esports. Only if China has visa issues. Or we won't get wrecked in esports as long as China has visa issues. That was the reason NA won that one BlizzCon. Because, like, I believe the final team that they played against was, like, a bunch of really good players, but they weren't, like, synergistic. They weren't, like, a team practice together. And that was the BlizzCon where Cloud9 ran the Murky Abathur. Wasn't it China in that first, wasn't it China in the first, BlizzCon that NA won? Wasn't there a bunch of visa? Was Korea even in there yet? Concussion Mine splits Nacho, but he still has the Tranquility activated. Cocoon onto the Genji. Oh, it was Korea? Okay. Either way. NA will win so long as anyone better than us has visa issues. And we also pulled memery comps out at the end that no one understands how to play against. Anyways, Dahaka's gonna start the objective, man. That was ages ago, that HCC match. But 21-20 in our levels, 16-6. Smoke with a decent lead in the late game in kills, but structurally, I mean, they did take down the top lane keep. Genji is pushing that wave up towards the core. Fallen Shaman doesn't just win. Baha, Gato. Commandeeroed and Big Red Button. Genji's trying to end over here. He's pushing up onto this catapult, pushing up onto the core. Does have Shin Gun level 13, which does offer up some decent siege. Blaze Hearthing out. He's actually going to cancel. Nope. Cancels, then starts re-hearthing again. A Riptide from Junkrat doesn't splash over to Blaze. And his Hearth will make it towards the core. Meanwhile, though, I mean, like, Genji's already removed the shielding. He doesn't look like he's going to stick around any longer. They do lose the Varian and the Dahaka, as Genji was preoccupied trying to end over through top lane. This does give the objective phase. I mean, it's close. It's 35-37, but Tassadar should have this. Baha Bandit, thanks for the shout-out earlier. Oh, glad to help out, bud. As I said on stream, support our friends that have supported us. And if helping you get to affiliate is as simple as me doing a command in Twitch chat, I don't mind. Hopefully that gets you the stats you need. I don't know how long you need to hold the 3 viewership average, but either way. Glad to help out, bud. Wish you all the best. Nubrag burrows onto the left-hand side. And it does look like it... Oh, they're gonna just chase down this Junkrat right now. Winter is coming, says Junkrat, we're coming for you. That right there is what we call a...
Team kill!
And we do have a few respawns from Bavarian and Dahaka, who went down first. Punisher jumps over to Dahaka, Cocoon onto the Varian. Bunker summoned by Blaze. It doesn't matter at the end here because Punisher's on core, Commandeeroed as well, and GG well played. Winter's Coming leads this best-of-3 series here in NGS Division A. My stats are all on lock right now. Team DK is an esports organization from China. Except they have a bunch of Korean players. Interesting. Ugh. You got a huge raid the other day. Oh, nice. See? We were both right, and we were both wrong. How easy. But yeah, it was a bunch of Korean players. Oh, Chad, I love you. Welcome back, everybody. NGS Division A on the left-hand side. We have got Smoke with a baby whale Blaze. Shonen will be your Anubarak. MJH on the Falstad. Trunks playing White Mane. And Reinjin. I said it right in the first game, and then the rest of the game I didn't remember how to pronounce their name. Raya is going to be on your Grey Mane. Right side will be Google Me Tychus again for Winter's Coming. Up in this best of 3. Press Forward took the wrong level 1 on Imperius. Last on Hanzo. Pat playing Garrosh, and Nacho Luke will be your White Mane. Why is it so hot? I'm sweating even sitting still. Oh, I mean, I'm sweating here, and I'm just talking. It's like 80 degrees Fahrenheit in my office, which is like, is that like 25? 10 is 50, 20 is 68, 9 would be 77, which is 25. So yeah, like 27 Celsius or so in my office. Somewhere around there. That's hot. That's just too hot. Tychus is just working through this minion wave. Falstead poking does have Q build. Hanzo also Q build. We'll see if this Hanzo player likes to take quality level 16 talents. Or if they'll go into Piercing Arrow because double explosion from Explosive Arrow is so necessary. When you could just draft Wave Clear. Anyways, Falstead's managing bottom. Garrosh did show up down here. Nubrak floating around just above as well. Doesn't seem like anything's going to happen. Meanwhile, in mid lane, Press Forward is able to land the Celestial Charge. I think it's lower here. Yeah, today's the high outside is 28 degrees Celsius, which is a little over 80. I think it's supposed to be like 81 today or something like that. But it's definitely, and this is the hottest time of the day for me because the sun just beats on the roof right on top of the office, so. And there's no, ACs are not a thing up here. At least whole house ACs, unless you're like super duper rich. I have a little AC unit, but it pulls a lot of energy, and it also trips the power battery backup for my PC if both of them are on, so. I'd rather not risk breaking something, so I'll just turn on the AC when stream's done. Garrosh walks out of the bush, gets a toss combo breaker onto the gray main, but Rai is fine for the time being. 97 Fahrenheit with 48% humidity. Humidity, that's not bad humidity, but it feels like 109. That real feel sucks. 48% humidity, not bad. It's like, back in Metro Detroit, you'd literally have days like where it's like 2 p.m. or 2 in the afternoon, and you step outside and it's 95 degrees Fahrenheit with 90% humidity, and it's like, I don't want to exist right now. It's just miserable to be outside. It's like being slapped in the face with a wet towel when the humidity is up to 90. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there'd be days when it wouldn't cool down at night very much. Like, it'd still stay, like, because concrete and stuff will retain heat. So, like, I'd get up in the morning to go to work, and I'd, like, take a shower, blah, 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 and literally get out of the house to go get in the car and just, like, already be sweating. It's like, what was the point in showering before work? I'm just gonna be sweaty by the time I get there. And it's not like the work had good AC either. Good gray main, or good groundbreaker from Garrosh interrupting gray main right there. Indomitable activated. Garrosh looking to step up, but he won't be able to find anything. Yo, Simon, the cutest boy, is here. Good to see you, bud. Last with the natural agility away. Able to break off from the enemy engagement. Celestial Charge onto the Anubrak. Hanzo trying to get more Q stacks here. Sonic Arrow for a bit extra damage. Jet Propulsion from Blazin. He's going to be tossed away by Garrosh. Baby Whale is going to be going down. In Tennessee, it was 90, but the humidity made it feel like 100. Yeah. That's why the only times I rarely ever travel back to Michigan is like October, November time, because it's usually cooled down quite a bit. I went back to Michigan a couple summers ago in like the middle of the summer for, oh, I forget the reasoning. Like, I know Brandon, my best friend, and his girlfriend and I, the three of us went there from Tahoe, but I forget the reasoning why we went in the middle of July. I think it was just because, like, convenience, because we were all here and it was an easy travel to Michigan, I think. But that was, I remember like I was there and I was like, I forget how hot it is. That's going to be Google me going down on the Tychus. Objective phase at 0.5 seconds of stalled time. And no one interrupts Trunks in time, so that will be 0.5 duration left. We do have press forward looking to back away. MJH with some decent damage from these hammerings from Fulstead. We do have a proper level 7 from last year with the Dragon Awakens, and we have a lull in the game, so let's go ahead and take a look and see how many stacks are needed for Hanzo. Needs to hit Fulstead 3 times, so doesn't even have the 30% range increase. Needs to hit White Mane twice and Gray Mane once. Did something... Oh, I broke it. I broke it. There we go. I fixed it. It was stuck on stalled time. Michigan in August is lovely. Michigan in August, that's like the No, I disagree, homie. Michigan in August is like, that's when we would get the, there would be like a random super duper hot 2 weeks in August. Always. Like guaranteed. I don't know why. There's a name for it, but I don't really like the name, so I don't really get the name either, but yeah. Like, I remember my buddy got married in mid to late August, and it was excruciatingly hot. And we had to stand outside while they were doing the bride and groom wedding photos after the ceremony, but before we did the reception. So we were all waiting outside for the bride and groom to finish their photos, and we were just waiting in the heat. And I'll never forget, between the groomsmen and bridesmaid, I collected $5 from each of them. I knocked on the door. I got the bartender to bring us 2 drinks each. And it was open bar, but I was like, look, I will give you, and it was like $35 or something like that, 35, 40 bucks. And I was like, I will give you this as a tip right now if you bring us all 2 drinks each. And that woman was like, hell yeah, I'm in. Which was great, because when the wedding party walked into the reception, we were all holding 2 drinks, already kind of buzzed. So speeches were great. Anyways, 10 to 10 in our levels right now. We got Bunker for Blaze, Cocoon and Uberak Gust. We've got the Divine Reckoning for White Mane. You can tell because it's her staff right there in the preview icon. But you also have Curse Bullet Gray Mane. Alex Straza with the Lifebinder. She has 1 global win. She'll get it off this camp over here so long as she sticks around for it to be finished out. Decimate, Dragon's Arrow. We'll see the level 10 for Imperius, the Avenging Wrath. Or Wrath of Angiers, sorry. And we have Commandeer Odin as well. Last year when I went out with port pants every day, I mean, it is Michigan, and like Michigan doesn't even know what season it wants to be. Like there's been days in July where my dad's like, yeah, it's like 60 degrees today, and then tomorrow it's gonna be 80. Michigan doesn't know if it wants to be fall, summer, winter. Volstead jumping in. There's a Dragon's Arrow. Beautifully done. Tychus will take him down. Drop some frames. Okay. Nothing I can do about it. I've dropped 22,000 frames of 4 million almost. My bitrate's currently 10,000. So any little hiccups should be very small or minimally noticed.
More of our soldiers have been taken prisoner.
Siege camp on the left side is going to be grabbed. Second objective phase is up and available. 13 talent here on both sides coming through in a moment, but faster, of course, for the members of Smoke who do have 2-kill lead. Wrath of Angiers is ready to go. I thought there might be a grab onto Baby Whale with so many allies around. Garrosh gets the throw onto Nubarak. Unfortunately, Nubarak has the burrow charge away, and no kill can be achieved or even pressure. 3 stacks for our Hanzo. Let's take a look once again, just see where he's at with it. He still needs to hit Falstad for the 30% range increase. Straza, I thought she was going to start this camp. Oh, Falstad in bottom. So Last wants to at least get the first hit here. There it is. At least has the range increase. There's a nice benefit. Now Falstad. There's some allies rotating down. Falstad, there's no C. Oh, there's CC! I didn't think he had Dragon's Arrow off a cooldown. I didn't check. Grenade from Tychus. The Gust from Falstad. And he pretty much had 2 options. Die or die. I guess die with Gust down on cooldown, or die with Gust off a cooldown. Those are the 2 options. Wrath of Angiris as the Imperius will fall. A jet propulsion from Blaze, and Greymane gets the double kill. 6-3 in kills, favoring the side of Smoke. It's 11 p.m. with 70 degrees Fahrenheit with humidity of 60. That's too hot. Our highs are anywhere from mid to low 80s, and then our nights are basically like 40-ish degrees Fahrenheit. We have about a 40-degree Fahrenheit swing per day, which is nearly a 20 Celsius swing. Actually, it's a little bit more than a 20 Celsius swing per day between night and day up here. But I mean, you know, we live up in the mountains. Once the sun goes behind the mountains, it gets really cold really fast. Boss is grabbed for top lane. Commandeer Odin expires. We do have the keep front gate taking, the fort front gate taking some damage. Objective phase number 2 is here. We know it's number 2. 3 jailers, but also 40 seconds of channel time needed, as Imperius did take out some of those jailers defenders before, but he won't be able to get the channel here as Anub'arak is floating around. The boss will be cleared away, and the rest of the team can join in. And I want to say, Winter is Coming's got to make a fight happen now before 16 talents here. Otherwise, they're going to be turtled up for about a level and a half, waiting for their own 16. Or they go for a real ballsy play down 16 talent here, but I don't see that very often. And I feel like in Division A, they know the cost of trying to step in like that. That's a big swing. It is a very big swing, and that's why I moved up here. I live at 6,225 elevation, roughly. And that's nearly 1,900 meter. I think a little bit less, but rounding is easier. Garrosh goes down. Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo into the Wrath of Angiris from Imperius, trying to abduct the Blaze. Meanwhile, Anub'arak's diving down on the low side of this engagement onto the Alexstrasza, but can't find anything. It still is the Garrosh dead. Baby Whale a little bit low, able to jet propulsion over to the Whitemane, get that Zeal mark and heal up a little bit. Celestial charge onto the Falstad. A very low Greymane, but it doesn't look like there will be any sort of damage to take him down. And 16 talent here will be here for the left-hand side. We don't actually have the Ares Gust and the... sorry, we don't have the Ares Gust with the Flow Rider. Flow Rider does get you that cooldown reduction, but Ares Gust activates your Tailwind faster. So there's a nice synergy with that. The Crippling Hammer will be grabbed at level 16. No Executioner for Greymane. I was thinking that might be the synergy to get a more value. Actually, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because there's a baseline slow on the hammering, so Executioner still would have gotten value. But either way, Crippling Hammer increases the slow to 50% from 25, and this camp on the right will be grabbed. Minion Wave in the top lane does get some damage onto the fort here. 16 talents here, almost here, for the side of Winter is Coming, and I really did think that Smoke was going to have more plays made with the 16 talent tier advantage, but oh my god, Tychus is shredding through that Anub'arak health bar as the Dragon's Arrow comes out. Last can't get the last little bit of damage. Tychus was put inside a cocoon as he did chunk through a lot of Anub'arak's health bar. That cocoon has been cleared away, sorry. Lifebinder from Alexstrasza. Nacho Luke using that to benefit the Alexstrasza. And I think we're done with this engagement. Commandeer Odin has pushed away the enemy. Still 50% duration on that, so I think another 10 seconds or so. It's like something weird. It's like 23 seconds or something? Yeah, 23 seconds. So I guess halfway is like, what, 11.5? Anub'arak burrows in. We had a Decimate from Garrosh. No Jet Propulsion. Splash Stun from Blaze as the Wrath of Angiris does take Anub'arak up into the sky. Falstad trying to take down Nacho Luke and will be able to do so. Can last get the traded kill. Natural Agility, close to the distance. Stormbow, auto attack number 3 will be enough, and he does go down. Alexstrasza, Falstad, and Imperius back and forth here, but it's a 2-for-1 favoring the side of Smoke. They may lose their Greymane here. The overkill activated. Anub'arak burrows in, and Tychus goes down. Garrosh looking to make something happen. Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo. Great scatter off the side wall. And Hanzo, flawless technique enjoyer, is going to be able to take down the enemy. Flawless technique should get some big burst damage, but of course Hanzo's a little worried. Doesn't want to step in and tank too much here. Divine Reckoning zones. And I'm assuming Falstad's the last one he's got to hit. Whitemane, actually, one more time. Ugh. That was actually my buddy and I were at the beach yesterday talking about, like, man, I love it up here in the mountains, but man, the food. She's originally from Utah, so we were like, and she's from like Salt Lake City. She's like, man, there's so much good food there. All right, we do have 10 to 5 in our kills, 18 to 17. Take a look up into top lane. Baby Whale trying to clear things out. Hanzo looking to hit a Stormbow. Doesn't land it. We have amazing food down here and no real seasons. I don't miss a lot of Michigan outside of like 5 people and a bunch of the food. And it's not even like convenience of food, it's just options. Like better bagels in general. My god, the bagels up here don't compare. Celestial Charge cleansed away by Whitemane. Nicely done. Dragon's Arrow comes through. Wrath of Angiris. A bunker comes down from Blaze as Hanzo somehow actually didn't hit a Q there. On to Whitemane. I thought he was going to. Alexstrasza Dragon Queen activated. Little subjugation from Whitemane. As Garrosh was trying to step up. Hanzo still trying to hit that last arrow for the extra 100 damage. Google me. Hit with a hammering. There's a Celestial Charge. Good scatter value. Burst potential's high. Whitemane with some heals. Throws down the abundance right there as the objective phase will be stalled out. How far is the sea for you? For me? 3 to 4 hours roughly. It really depends like where you go in not San Diego, my gosh, not Sacramento. I just keep wanting to say the Bay Area, but my brain can't think of the actual full word for it. San Francisco. But the real, like, when you, like, getting off the mountain, getting through Placerville, getting to Sacramento, no big deal. But getting down to the Bay Area, that is where it starts to get a little chaotic and stuff like that, but yeah. It's not bad. Yeah, 3 to 4 hours. 3 to 4 hours to get to San Francisco, the Bay Area. But I'm not the biggest ocean person. The other thing, too, is go look on Twitter or you can look in Discord. I live near a lake. I live near the second deepest natural lake in the United States. It's 22 miles north to south at the longest points, and at the widest points, it's 12 miles. It's a huge lake. The Gaza Strip, literally, the lake fits inside the Gaza Strip or vice versa. Both of those are the exact same, not relatively, you know, same footprint, but from my understanding, they're both 22 by 12. So if I want to go, like, enjoy some water, I can just walk half an hour, 45 minutes, and I can be at the lake, and I don't have to deal with salt water, which I don't mind, but, you know, one less thing to deal with. Objective phase number 2 did get picked up by the side of Winter's Coming. This is going to be pushed into lanes, and Winter's Coming looking to siege through bottom lane heavily as mid and top were cleared away. Falstead did hearth out. We've got Commandeer Odin summon with the big red button level 20. We have the Unrelenting Descent for Imperius, as well as the Bullseye Hanzo, Deadly Calm on Aaron Garrosh, and the Ritual of Life for the Lifebinder upgrade on Whitemane. Big wind tunnel into the wall right now. Huge jet propulsion. Whitemane Divine Reckoning upgrade is going to pull the enemies in, and Wrath of Angiris with the Unrelenting Descent is going to be attempted here, but Anubarak with the Rewind goes in with the Burrow Charge Impale combination, and that is going to be a... Death timers are around 40 to 50 seconds. Let's say 45 seconds average. Typically, you need 2 keeps down to win. Greymane, Whitemane start the boss. The rest are looking to push in through bottom and open this lane up. I didn't realize how big Tahoe is. Tahoe's huge, Vic. Go to the Stalton Sea. Don't tell me what to do with my stream. Yeah, the deepest natural lake in the United States is Blue Crater, or Crater Lake. I think it's Crater Lake in Oregon, and we're number 2. I do love my nephew visited a long time ago. My nephew, aunt, uncle, and stuff, they all visited. And I was, you know, giving all these facts, you know, doing the tourist guide kind of thing. And my nephew, Stefan, was like vehemently, he's like, no, Chris. The deepest natural lake, the deepest natural lake in the United States is like Lake Superior or something like that. And I was like, kid, you gotta Google this, man. You gotta learn. And it was funny because, like, you know when someone doesn't want to admit that they're wrong, but they see the information in front of their face? It was one of those moments where, like, he looked it up on his phone, and there was just a lot of, like, huh! And then he closed his phone, and I was just like, oh, yeah? Like, he's a good kid, but, you know, we all have our, quirks, is a good way to put it. Flathead Lake is wild to drive past. See, the thing I like about Lake Tahoe is, no joke, if you have the spendable money, you can spend the day just driving around the lake. Like, spend the morning driving to North Shore, go get some food, walk around, go to East Shore, get lunch, walk around, and then head back to South Shore, get dinner, and, I don't know, chug a beer. Press forward's gonna go down. He's got time to chug that beer. As Pat is having an unrespectable 1v3. Whitemane not respecting it with her Giggle Beam, but Falstead does take him down. The objective phase will go to the enemy side. Google Me hearthing out on this Commandeer Odin as the lone defender. And it looks like without a second keep going down, this is a call to go core. But I mean, it makes sense. Anywhere from 25 to 51 seconds of death timers for 4 enemy heroes. They're about to make it a pentakill again. Well, then, our core is going to fall and winter is coming. We'll have victory here in map number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, our best of 3 series is going to be a 3-map BO3. Nicely done. You love to see a series go the distance. You're like a 40-minute drive from the sea. I'm not the biggest beach person, to be honest. I didn't really move to Tahoe for the beach aspect. Now, it is convenient and nice in the summer, especially on the hot days. But I moved to Tahoe because I love snow. I love winter, I love the cold, I love mountains, and I love snowboarding.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
Prepare yourselves for a Twitch prediction, chat. Let's get a big gamble. We haven't had a gamble in this series yet. There's Azul Jin here. We're looking to see what he takes at level 1, because that definitely will sway some Twitch gamblers. But on the left-hand side, until that talent's taken, we've got Smoke in this best-of-3 series with a score of 1. Baby Whale Hogger. Shonen will be your Varian. MJH Hanzo. Trunks on the Whitemane. And Rai Chromie. Right side of the map will be Winter is Coming, also with a score of 1 in this best-of-3 series. So it's a final map in this third game. We do have a Press Forward Blaze Google Me Zul'jin, which is Reckless, so extra stackage. We do have Last on the Li Ming, ETC, played by Pat, and Nacho Luke is your Rhaegar as we get into bottom lane. A lot of damage from Zul'jin, but Hanzo does not go down. As we have a Twitch gamble going for all of you. Let's make it a big one, chat. I believe in you, and I hope you believe in this gamble. Now, you might be like, what are 200 stacks? So Zul'jin, he's got this 150 that he wants to hit. We're looking at this number. We don't care about this number. We kind of do, but we're looking at this number because it is the specific amount at the end. So will he have 200 or more, 199 or less? He's currently at 7 on Battlefield of Eternity. 11K on 199. Let's go. Also, if you know the results, you are welcome to gamble. Just don't spoil them in chat. Enjoy the knowledge of being correct. Google Me a little low here, trying to wiggle away from some of the damage. Won't. Excuse me, won't be taken down. Big combo from Last onto the Whitemane on the left-hand side. Was able to get some value. Some phenomenal value. Oh, the Arcane Orb almost takes down Trunks. And I wouldn't be surprised if Whitemane hearts out. Yeah, she's low on mana, she's low on HP. Time stop from Chromie. She does have the chronic conditions for the movement speed buff by 30% to allies, movement debuff to enemies by 30%. Let's take a look at the solo lane. We don't Typically get to see a lot up here, and bottom lane looks like it's kind of in a lull right now as white main is respawning. Hogger with a little bounce around. Jet Propulsion is the answer from Blaze. Blaze is kind of winning out on this 1v1. He'd be winning harder, not Harner. He'd be winning harder if he did have Grilling Kill, but of course, you know, that's later on. He'll definitely take that talent here, or talent. It is the best talent from Blaze. Everyone knows that because there's dings. Varian charging in, looking for the Li Ming. Gets some pressure onto her, but no taunt because there's no level 4. 2,000 on 200 or more, 11,000 on 199 or less. That's it? That's it, chat? That's it? That's all you got to put on the table? You could have got some salsa with the chips, man. Immortals will be spawning here in the north-south positioning. We got camps grabbed on both sides. I actually had someone bring, over to a friend's house, I had someone, they brought, like, chips and jalapeno salsa, which I didn't think I'd love, but I absolutely was like, holy shit, I have to get a jar of this for myself. And then I found out that it was like $6 a jar, and I was like, I don't like it that much, never mind. BTC floating around over here with an illegal mount. Oh my god, illegal mount on the ETC. Power slide landing onto 2. Li Ming with some magic missiles thrown out. Chain heal from Rhaegar coming out as well. Blaze in the bottom lane still pushing up the Impaler camp as Zul'jin reins in more axes. The taunt is good, and Zul'jin falls to the white mane, Searing Lash. ETC power slides through, looking for Varian, but he's a real boy, and he's got some real damage. 12,000 to 13,000, or 2,000 to 13,000, all right. That was an invisible, that's an invisible horse! ETC, riding the invisible horse, it's illegal. So long as the enemy team doesn't care. I guess it's illegal if the, you know what I mean. It's late in the day, it's hot, I can't talk apparently. Couple auto attacks into Baby Whale here, good damage. ETC face melts these Hogger right back into the enemies, and that's a reset for, or the allies, that's a reset for Li Ming. Twin Flame Zone, protection on the left. We have Zul'jin throwing in some axes on the right. Looks like his trait is active as he's slowly losing health per auto attack. Taunt from Varian, but there's an Immortal Stun zoning him away. Chromie trying to dump in some damage from this camp on the left-hand side. And this zoning is getting damage, but so is Last on this Li Ming. As the Immortal will be focused on. Nacho Luke avoids the stun, goes in for a attack onto the Immortal, and that will be first one over to the side of Winter is coming. The Immortal is coming in top lane. Oh, I think phrasing on that one. Okay. $15 simple geometry stacks. We got 29 stacks for our Chromie. And Zul'jin, baseline, is 30 stacks out of the 200. Or I guess it's out of 150, but we're looking for 200 here for the Twitch prediction. Damage onto the fort front gate will be coming through. The Immortal dropping down to a third of its HP or even less. I wouldn't say a quarter because that's obviously bigger than 3/4. You know, 4 is bigger than 3. Blaze and Hogger in the bottom lane. Adrenaline Stim Pack activated. Arcanite Axis was picked up at level 7 for our Zul'jin. Blaze with the nanomachine coating, which is going to be reducing auto attack speed by 50% for 3 seconds. Li Ming, I actually thought she blinked away, but nah, she's going to be going down and taking a bit of a Nexus nap right there. Also, good to see you, Colio. You lovely human. Thanks for being here. DC power sliding in, cleanse onto the Hanzo. Jet Propulsion is big onto 2. Taunt from Varian as Zul'jin continues to rain in some autos. Blaze on the left-hand side trying to take down the Chromie. White Mane with some heals. The body blocks are kind of in the way of Press Forward, who turns around with the Jet Propulsion. Crowd Surfer ETC gets in here, and now he's kind of in an awkward spot, trying to back away from the enemies, but the cooldown reduction from not sliding onto any enemy heroes allows ETC to get another power slide out. Allows Power Slide to travel over wall and terrains if no enemies are hit. Reduce the cooldown by 7 seconds and refund the mana cost. It's a 12-second cooldown? No, that's way too high. It is a 12-second cooldown. I should stop doubting myself and just be always positive in my correctness, even when I'm not. Ming blinks forward, looking to try and pressure this Chromie, but won't find any combos into her. Meanwhile, the objective phase number 2 spawns in the north-south positioning.
There is no escaping my justice.
Some scatters coming out here. We do have our 10 talent tiers on the horizon for both, so we cycle through the other numbers. But first half is heavily won over by the side of Winter's Coming. Good to see you too. Thank you. We do have a little bit of a, I wouldn't say a delay, but we do have a, well, unintentional delay. It's, we've been dropping frames here and there today, so the stream is a little bit behind. It is encouraged to F5 your stream, so you're up to date if you want to be as close to live as possible. There are pre-rolls off, ads are off, so you shouldn't get any of that. If you do get ads, then Twitch is a lying sack of butts. Oh, Slowing Sands. We have Divine Reckoning for our white main, Dragon's Arrow. Varian will see if he charges every 4 seconds or gets a protection status when he W's. We'll have a Shockwave from Hogger, as well as Bunker, Tostingo, Wave of Force, ETC Mosh, and Ancestor Healing. Oh, good for you. Okay. I've dropped 24,000 frames of 4 million. The ETC lands a god tier 3-man mosh, and that is Chromie going down. Natural agility over the wall. ETC goes down because he was tanking too many tower shots. Hanzo simple geometry's done, and Zul'jin's like, you know what? Maybe I'll get some stackage with this Tostingo. Gets a heal from Rhaegar, but it's not enough, and Zul'jin did pick up some more stackage. He's at 15, which gives him the 1.1 range increase, taking him to a 6.6 range, if I remember correct. No, 5.5. 6.6 is if he has Headhunter level 1. But Zul'jin currently, he's actually exactly on 75 stacks. Charge in, or charge back, taunt from Varian. I think he's just trying to create space from Trunks for Trunks to get away. But Whiteman's like, I'm just gonna Giggle Beam you. I'm just gonna Giggle Beam you, and MJH with a cool guy fadeaway shot from this Hanzo takes down Rhaegar. Butts?
I mean, ass is great, so.
Li Ming Hearth's out for full mana. We'll have Zul'jin rotating through bottom. The camp is not up for another 20 seconds. Top lane camp up in 23. Left side bruiser camp is gonna be here, ready to go. I'm like 90% sure these headphones are dying on me, and I really need to swap them out after stream today. It only took 3 years for these headphones to go bad. Dragon's Arrow into Zul'jin, who did pop his Amani Rage. No, Zul'jin, no! Slowing Sands hold Rhaegar in place, and Varian is gonna be able. Actually, it's Hogger who gets the Shockwave snipe. Oh man, that is an inconvenient time to activate your Amani Rage. If you don't know what it is, Zul'jin has this button, baseline, Armani Rage. Activate to wear a cool shirt or coat from a fashion designer. But of course, activate to cause Zul'jin to instantly lose 50% of his current health and heal for that amount over 10 seconds. And he was, yeah. What? Where did Li Ming go? ETC drops a mod. Zul'jin's like, I got some autos. This might help out. MJH low, and the axe is donated to the face of Hanzo. Do take him down. Auto attack still raining in from Google Me. Wants to pick up a few more levels or a few more rounds of stacks here. And Zul'jin now on 117 out of the 200 we're looking for this Twitch gamble. Thanks again, everyone, for watching the stream today. I really appreciate it. Today's been such a fun day. Really fun outhouses, really good chatting. I said it in Discord, and I'll say it again. I even said it yesterday. This is going to be a good week, and it really has been. Thanks to everyone making this week amazing. Lurking, chatting, especially the massive amount of subs we've had. Like, thank you. This has been such a great week. And it's only Thursday. We still have Street Fighter and Demon Souls tomorrow. We've got movie night tomorrow. We've got Murky Cup on Saturday, starting at 7 a.m. PDT, so 2 hours earlier than normal. 10 a.m. EDT and 16 CEST. And then Sunday is variety. I don't know what we're doing on Sunday. We could do all-day casting again. We could end up doing XCOM, Street Fighter, and a bunch of other stuff. Who knows? I could be in love with Demon Souls. Just, that's a funny idea. I was gonna say, I could be so in love with Demon Souls I want to play it more, but we'll see about that one. What movie are we watching? We're watching A Picnic at Hanging Rock. It was a request from Nancy. Said it was one of her favorite movies. The plot seems interesting. I've never seen it. It's got great reviews. I'm in for it. Next week, Friday, we're watching Major Pain. And then the last Friday of the month, we're either watching Guardians of the Galaxy or something else. I haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and I wouldn't mind watching that in Discord. I'd never heard of it before until Nancy told me about it. I believe it's like 1980s. ETC does go down. Zul'jin is at full stacking, but that's not what we're concerned about. We're concerned if Zul'jin hits 200. And Immortal moves towards core. Is this a game-winning push? I don't know. I mean, there's a white main and Chromie to defend. It's looking potential here. Jet propulsion from Blaze is good. Rai on the Chromie trying to get back into the Hall of Storms. The Wave of Force assists in that as she steps out. The Chromie, no! The Chromie gets deleted. And this is looking like it is going to be 169 stacks for our Zul'jin. What a beautiful number to end on. What a beautiful number to end on. 169 stacks. But the payout goes to the 199 or less. Thank you to whomever put 2K on 200 or more to put some gamble odds on the table. Venice! I believe that's how the Italians say it in Venice. I believe that is the colloquial term, I think is how you say it. Oh, very nice Blaze as well. Double nice this game. Any triple nice? No triple nice. No triple nice.